All right, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to, we're going to be creating a back cover, and we're going to make a frame for the front cover for your metal designs that you made. So in your kit, you got a couple pieces of mat board. These are cut to 6.5 inches by 9.5 inches. And for my back cover, I'm going to use a piece of, it's kind of like a marble blue piece of paper. And then I'm going to do some collage on top of that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take the cardboard and I'll put it right in the center of the paper. And I'm going to go ahead and fold over the four sides and crease them. So I do side to side first, make it tight, and also top and bottom. Okay, I'm going to remove my cardboard and I'm going to go ahead and recrease. It's important that it's tight, so take the time to just take your fingernail and crease it nicely. You can also use one of your wood tools. If you don't want to use your fingernail, you can use another, one of the embossing tools to crease it. Okay, so now you're going to have a fold over. And what you're going to want to do is take a pair of scissors and you're going to want to cut out the four corners so that you don't get bunching at the corners. So you want to go ahead and cut and remove those four corner pieces. Okay, and then we're going to glue that down to our cover. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and glue down the cardboard to the frame that you're making or the cover that you're making. You can use construction paper for this. You can use a decorative paper. You can do a collage. There's many different options that you can do. When you put the glue down, just like on the other things that you're doing with paper, you want to spread the glue so it's a little bit thinner. All the water in the glue is going, when it dries, can create your kind of a buckling effect if you don't spread it neatly. And make sure you get the flaps. People tend to miss the flaps. And you can just put your, it doesn't really matter which side you put up because the cardboard's going to be mainly hidden once you assemble your notebook. I usually do two opposite sides first and then the other two. Okay, so this could be your back cover. Now you can see it had a little buckling even though I kind of spread the glue. So let that dry, it should be okay. For the front cover design, you're going to create a frame that basically takes the design you've made and frames it, and also kind of protects the edge of that sharp metal. So you're going to do the same thing you did with the back cover. You're going to fold over the four sides, make it nice and tight. You can go ahead and you're going to cut your four corners. So you are going to, when you do this, you're going to go over and you're going to fold and make sure you crease it. And after you crease it, make sure your cardboard fits. Sometimes I've had students who've done this, and when they go to put their cardboard in, it's too tight or too loose, and so it's important to fix this now. It's easy to hide a mistake at this point. All right, next step is we're going to cut out a frame. So what we're going to do is you can take a ruler and you're going to be measuring a 1/2 inch from the fold line. So make sure that the edge of your ruler or the start line of your ruler is matched up with the side. And when I measure, I make 3 marks. Okay, you can see the 3 marks, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect those 3 marks with a line. So you're drawing where you want to cut it. Don't just randomly do this. Look at it, make sure it's straight. It looks like my line's a little bit off. It's not quite straight with the edge. No one is going to see this part of the notebook because it's going to be glued down. So if you want to fix it or make an adjustment, you can do that. All right, I'm going to measure my next line. Okay, we're doing a 1/2 inch on all sides. So I'm making 3 marks, and then I'm going to connect those 3 marks. When I connect it, I'm looking to see that it's kind of parallel to the side fold, the crease that you made. So if you crease it well, it fits well, and you measure well, you'll get a nice even looking side. Okay, so I have all 4 sides of my frame marked. Next thing is you're going to cut out the frame, and you can use either a small utility knife, X-Acto blade, or a razor blade. I'm using a cutting pad. If you have one of those, that's very helpful. Don't cut into your parents' nice table. But when you get to the corner there, you want to make sure that a nice crisp corner. This is where you kind of have to go in, make sure that it's done right. Using a cutting pad is nice. These are self-healing cutting pads. You can get these at a lot of craft stores. You can also use something underneath there, like a piece of cardboard from a box, something that you're not cutting into the table. Okay, so this last line I cut, it's a little bit, it's not too bad, but it's a little bit crooked. But if I need to fix a line, I can do that with the X-Acto blade. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the 4th one. Okay, and then there's my frame. All right, now I'm going to glue down my frame to my design. If you remember when we did the metal designs, you left a little bit of space, so there was a 1/4 inch space. The frame is a 1/2 inch. If it covers up too much of your design, you can cut it a little thinner to make it a little bit better. Okay, I'd like to do this on the back. And take a little bit of white glue. And now I want to spread it. So I would take a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard. You don't want the glue to be real thick. Anytime you're gluing paper, the moisture in the glue really makes it kind of buckle. It doesn't look as good if you don't spread it out. Okay, so one of the things I'm noticing that I missed a little bit on the edge part. So this edge right here is what's going to cover up the metal. So I'm going to put a little extra glue there, more than the other parts. Just a little thin stream on those parts. Okay, just like that. Any other part that you see like, I missed a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay. Now, the easiest way to do this without getting glue all over the place is take your design and put it upside down and place it right in the center. Okay, now before you fold over the flaps, flip it over, make sure that it's centered. Okay, and it looks good. And then you can fold over the flaps. Okay, and now I'm going to want to put a book or weight onto the, hold it down for a little bit. Now beware right, I've got my embossing there, so I don't want to crush it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the books on the edges, but not directly on the center of the design, because I don't want to crush what I've already done.